It's Tuesday, August the 10th, and this is your daily devotion. So, school's back in, kids are going, things are ramping back up. And in some ways, this seems like the beginning of the year, doesn't it? Instead of New Year's, this is when, the new plans for the year begin. And so we've all begun with hope for the new school year, the new programming that will happen at church. But it's not always smooth sailing, is it? Things don't go perfectly like we maybe hoped or imagined. We've had our cautious slowdown to be careful of the disease that we're still dealing with. Yesterday, Stillwater's mom had to go pick up her child the first day of school because he was exposed to COVID and he's got to be out for a week. And thanks be to God that we had money to enable her to find childcare in that emergency situation and continue her school and her work. So, God is making the way, but we just don't always know how that's going to come out, do we? So that's got me thinking a lot about faith, how faith works, what faith is. Ruth and Naomi certainly could talk to us about faith. We've been studying the story of Ruth and Naomi in our sermon series. They certainly had to walk into the darkness. There had to be some hope, but there also had to be work to put legs on that hope, as my mom always says, put feet on your prayers. That's how it is, though, isn't it? In faith, there's a lot of what ifs, there's a lot of if and then, there's a lot of planning, but really, we don't see exactly the whole thing of how it's going to come out in the end. So this got me thinking about Hebrews, the great faith chapter in Hebrews. I'm going to begin in the end of the chapter 10, and then we'll go into chapter 11. But we are not among those who shrink back and so are lost, but among those who have faith and so are saved. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Indeed, by faith our ancestors received approval. By faith we understand that the worlds were prepared by the word of God, so that what is seen was made from things that are not visible. Kind of mind-blowing, really. In a recent trip to the mountains, we went to a new area that we'd never been to in the mountains, where there was a campground kind of tucked in this little small area of the hilly landscape. And we came to the top of one hill on the road, and there was a big sign that said Blind Hill, and that was an understatement. It was certainly a blind hill. You got to the top and all you could see was the sky. You couldn't see whether or not the road continued on the other side of that hill on the roadway, at least not until you were going down the hill. You were already committed by the time you got there. So I guess the sign was saying, be careful. Well, that is the very way that Billy Graham defines faith. He says, when you're going to the top of the hill and you can't see the other side, do you stop your car, hop out, go and look and make sure the road is there? No, you have faith that the road's going to be there. So, that's how it is with us. We can't see that entire road ahead. We are very often on a blind hill, but we know the way is there. And of course, the way is Jesus. He is making the way for us, and he is walking on that way with us. He is the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. there's going to be hills that we can't see over, that we have to climb up, and there are going to be valleys that we go down that we're going to have to climb out of. But wherever we are on the journey, we can trust that the one who sees the whole journey has us in his hand. And if we'll just listen and follow, we can know that not only is he with us, helping us to go the way we should go, but if we get off toward the cliff's edge, he's pulling us back in with his shepherd's crook to get us back on the right path. Because he loves us. So have faith. God's got us. Have courage. Walk forward, even in the darkness. I'm talking to myself now. I don't know about you, but that's good news I can use. Have a great day.